Hey everybody, I'm out here at Horseshoe Lake this morning. Today I'll be teaching a fly fishing class with the ladies, and get a view of the lake there behind me. So we're gonna cover casting, tying on flies, I guess the whole setup, and at least 2 ways of fishing. One will be with like streamers and woolly buggers, and the other method will be with using an indicator and a chironomid, which I tied last night. Stayed up late. But so we're gonna do these things today. Let me get a better view of the lake there. This is Horseshoe Lake, a very beautiful lake. This is where I caught my 20-inch German brown. Is at this spot here. Very nice lake. So hopefully the ladies will catch something today, but we're out here to have some fun. They haven't shown up yet, so I just came early to get the spot for us. Very beautiful lake. So I'm gonna do some fishing before they show up, so maybe I'll catch some. Stay tuned. All right, so let me show you what I'm doing. This is my Orbis fly rod. Just get this out of the way. I'm gonna set it up. I don't know if many of you are fly fishermen, but I just want to show this step by step today, so you can see how this all works. Fly fishing is not so terrible once you get the hang of it. I started fly fishing a couple of years ago. Before that, I was using trout magnets. Now that is very effective if you're using a spinning rod. Use it in streams. I haven't really used a trout magnet in the lake, but I mean, it was very effective in the streams. Caught a lot of fish using trout magnets. So that was my favorite way of fishing prior to learning fly fishing. So I'm just going to attach this. There's a little slot here where this goes, so I'm gonna just kind of slip that right in where it goes, and then this little ring here has a slot as well where this fits right in there, and then you use these 2 washers at the bottom to kind of tighten it, lock it in place. There we go. This is an Orbis fly rod. I don't know, was it a couple of months ago? I think I broke this rod. Actually, I think it was like the second piece here, somewhere in this area it broke. And then one of my friends told me that Orbis has a just kind of connected dots there. Orbis has a warranty on their fly rods, and I didn't know this. So if you ever buy a Orbis fly rod, they've got a warranty, and I think she told me it's 25 years, and I think I did remember seeing that on the website. It's 25 years warranty. So what you do is you register your fly rod after you purchase it. You'll need a serial number, so get your serial number. If it's not on the receipt, you'll probably find it here in this area on the rod. Mine has a serial number here right under where this reel is attached, but my other Orbis rod does not, so I had to look on the receipt for that serial number. So it kind of depends on which model you buy, but this is an Orbis Clearwater 2, so that's what I'm using today. It's a 6 weight, which is pretty good for lake fishing, I believe. And if you're gonna lake fish, it is suggested to use sinking line, which is this this neon yellow greenish color line. My line is floating, because this is what came with the reel, a floating line. So it's a bit harder to get my flies down to the bottom, but I mean, I've caught fish, so but it is recommended to use sinking line. while you're lake fishing. I use my rod. I like to fish streams, so I like to use the floating line. And I don't have sinking line with me today, so I'm just gonna have to do a floating line. So I've got the line through all the guides. All right, and now I've got my tippet. I don't have the the tippet that is from thick up here down to thin as you go down. This is just actually, I think this is just fishing line, 6-pound fluorocarbon. It kind of broke off here, so I did a blood knot there to attach another piece because my leader was getting shorter and shorter. So I'm at the lake today, so I want to get a longer leader line. So I'll just kind of set this down. So I'm going to attach some more leader line to my leader. Attach more line, make it a bit longer, because I want my fly to sink down, especially if I'm going to be using this here. If I'm going to be fishing with an indicator, I want the line to my fly to sink way down where they are. I want to be able to reach them. So I'm going to attach something a bit longer. I think what I heard what's recommended is like 12 feet. My fly rod here is 9 feet. So my leader is probably a little bit shorter than that. So I'm going to add at least another 4 or 5 feet of leader on here. Okay. All right, so I tied on my extra 4 feet or so of leader. Now I'm going to try this white woolly bugger. I'm going to tie this on and see how this does this morning. All right, so I'm making my way down to the water, trying not to get snagged. All right, release some line and back cast. Get my fly out there. This is a okay. This is not really casting like I want it to. This that'll work. Let my fly sink. Start stripping in. You don't want to strip all the way in. You want to leave some of your line out there. So when you cast, you get it out there. There we go. Let my woolly bugger sink. Pull it back in. Not much activity here on the water. So I'm finding that it's a bit harder to cast with a long leader. the weight of the woolly bugger is kind of dragging behind when I back cast. Any tips you guys can share would be helpful for myself and for, you know, others who watch these videos. Like what certain flies you use, at what seasons, times of the day. Like right now I'm looking at the water, I see a lot of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are kind of buzzing at the top of the water, but I don't see fish jumping. I don't see any activity at the top of the water, so I'm assuming they're at the bottom. Or there's no fish. Yeah, that could be a possibility. The lakes up here, I think only the reservation lakes are open right now due to the fires that are happening in Arizona. Right now, I think there's 23 fires burning in Arizona. So the forests have shut down. Several of them have closed. So that, you know, it's closed to fishing, hiking, hunting, all that stuff. It's just camping. It's all closed, shut down because of the fire danger. Super dry out here. We haven't had much rain. So hopefully our monsoon starts to kick in and we get some rain going. But until then, our forests, many of the forests are shut down, except for the tribe. So that's why we're able to do our class here this morning, because the tribe, their forest is still open. Their lakes are open and the roads are open still, so, which is cool. At least we get to do this class this morning. Not sure for how long they're going to stay open. They could close just because all the other forests have closed. But we'll see what happens. So this is Horseshoe Lake. I think a few of the other lakes that are open is Holly Lake is open. Reservation Lake is closed. Let's see. Holly's open. Horseshoe, A1, Little Bear, Big Bear, Bog Tank, Coulee Lake. Those are just some lakes that are open right now. Just to name a few off. All right, so what I'm doing now is I am working my way in this spot. So I started in this direction and I'm casting this way. So I'm working my way this way. And then from there, I'm going to start from here and cast that way. So there's different ways you can do it. You can start from your right and work your way to your left. And if you get nothing, then you can change flies or, you know, or move to a different spot and try there. So I'm not really getting any hits. And I think I just lost my woolly bugger. Yeah, it's gone. I don't know how I lost it. Oh my God. Oh my God. A fish just jumped in front of me.